Hello, and Sam Owens here with a tip for your RV. Now, you're looking at the step wiring for a Quickie Step, which is the popular electric steps mounted on the Class A RV. The fifth wheels and travel trailers usually do not have electric steps, so this is going to pertain to the RV mostly. And I'm going to give you some tips of what to check if you start having problems with your electric steps. Let's start by looking at underneath your step. This is a underside view turned up top to give you a look at how it will be mounted. There'll be a little light underneath there that you can turn on with a switch to get that light on. Um, now, this is the controller right here, which is going to send the control signals to the motor as to when to operate. And there's two functions for the motor: to open the steps and close the steps. And that is all controlled by this little switch right here, which is a normally open magnetic door switch. So the way it works is this is a set of contacts right here that are normally closed, uh, and that would be with the screen door open. Now, on the screen door, at the location of this switch, which is mounted on the door frame of the RV, there is a magnet that is mounted at the same height location on the screen that will line up with this switch. And the job of the magnet is to operate this switch to open it and then allow it to close when the magnet is taken away or the screen door is opened. Now, the way this works is with the screen door closed, you have the steps retracted because and the ignition key would have to be on, that you're getting ready to depart. So this is why the step is in with this open. Now, if you open the screen door, what's going to happen is that this contact is going to come back into contact with the other contact, and it's going to send a ground to the control panel through the switch. And the control panel now knows that it must open the steps. And so the motor will start turning, and this arm will actually push the steps out. So that's how it works, basically. Now, there's another item here that sometimes you don't want the steps to go out or you don't want them to come in. You have a switch, a power switch here, which will stop that from happening. So when you operate this, and it'll be near the door frame, it will lock the steps in the position that you want them to be. And there's a lot of reasons. Sometimes there's a deck in the way, so you operate this switch before you turn the key off. And then when you close the door, the steps, or open the door, the steps will not come out. Now, if you're having a problem of normal operation and the steps don't perform at all, there's a few places that you can look to discover what the problem is. It's not a hard circuit to troubleshoot. You just have to know where to look. Now, first thing is you could check to see if this switch is operating properly, but I think that wouldn't be the first. I would say the fuses. A lot of times a fuse will blow, and that will be your thing. Now, to find the fuses, you need to go to your chassis owner's manual, and there will be the fuses and their fuse names uh, in a section of the owner's manual. So you'll want to check for that to find it, and that will help you. Also, the battery disconnect could be operated, and that's when you're storing your vehicle. It disconnects the battery, and so that would be a good source of trouble right there. So far you see you have the battery disconnect, a fuse, a switch, and the door switch, and the magnet could be have fallen off. So those are the few areas that could be your first things to check. Now, the door switch, you could check to see if it's operating properly just by taking a ground. Notice this is grounded. Find a ground and use a test clip with alligator clips on it. Take the ground and with a tool, a sharp pointed tool, a dental pick is really great. You connect the alligator test lead to the dental tool, and then you can pierce the brown wire, which you'll be able to see it coming out of the switch at the door frame going into a little hole. If the with the key on, the ignition key on, the step should retract and go in when you touch a ground to that. And then if you take the ground off, the step should come back in. So that's how you can check that right away to see if that switch is failing. If you get it to operate properly with the ground test lead, then the switch is bad. You'll just need to get a new switch. The other thing is you might want to test this switch, and you could test it by shorting these two leads. Will tell you whether the switch is operating or not. This is my motorhome, an 05 Pace Arrow made by Fleetwood, and underneath the hood is my battery disconnect area, control center, and it's got two clips. I've already removed one and just let it hang down there. There's a power panel here. These are the solenoids that couple of them that disconnect the battery over here from the chassis, from the battery for the chassis and the coach. Now let me show you where the let's see, let me operate this. Okay, you see there's two fuses. One is a 20 amp step motor. That most likely is the yellow lead that provides power for the motor because it's got a lot more current. This fuse right here is for the steps, and this is for the controller lead, so it doesn't take much. It's a 3 amp. Now I'm going to show you how to test those. You can use a meter. You notice there's a little metal point here and a little metal point there. You take a test lead from a meter and you go to ground. You find a good ground somewhere that's not painted. This probably is a good ground right here. Clip it on there, and you use the other point to test each of these. You should have 12 volts on both of those, and you should have 12 volts here. Now this one you most likely are going to have the switch on to see that power. So we're going to try that. So I'll let you check that out yourself with a meter, and if you only get power on one side, then that fuse is bad. But make sure the ignition switch is on when you test it. Okay, so that would be one source of trouble right there. Now here is the door switch right here, and there's the two leads right there. One of those leads is connected to ground. The other lead goes to the controller. This is where, if you want to test this, if your door steps aren't opening or closing, then you'd want to take a ground, a metal place somewhere that you can connect a lead, and you ground each one of these. And when you ground, if you don't get any operation at all, then you have a problem other than the switch. But if the steps operate with the ground into one of the leads, then the switch is bad and will need to be replaced. Here's the magnet that goes to it. If it's missing for whatever reason, then you could take a regular magnet just to test. But it's got to have the magnet, and the magnet and the switch come together. It will operate, and it should be lined up like that, and that's enough to operate that switch. Now this is what it looks like underneath the steps, and here's the arm that connects to the steps, and it's held in place by a bolt and a pin, and so you can disconnect this if you needed to pull the steps in manually and hold them. So this is where you would disconnect the steps with a little Carter pin here, and pull the pin out, and then the steps will be allowed to move in position. There's your little light, here's your controller, and there's your motor and your leads, and you can put positive on the red and ground on the yellow, and it should operate that switch. But I would do that as a last resort. I would check all this other stuff, and here's the little connector. Fuse, checking it would be the first thing you do. All right, so this is the way it goes. Not a whole lot to it. This is the brains of the outfit. Now, be cautious when you're under here and operating, and because these steps are going to come in, you don't want your hands in between all these metal parts and scissor action. So you want to be extremely careful when you're working here with power on, because the steps could operate and it wouldn't be good. So think out before you get under here, and make sure you're out of the way of anything. There's not a whole lot you should do under here with power. If you do want to check a lead or something, now these connectors, you could have a connector problem, so that would be something to check. Okay, so there you have it.